Is your car making a strange noise that's got you wondering if something serious is wrong? That persistent hum, growl, or even a grinding sound often points to one common culprit: a failing wheel bearing. Ignoring it isn't an option, as it can lead to bigger, more expensive problems, and even compromise your safety. In this video, we'll dive deep into how to identify the distinct sounds and symptoms of a bad wheel bearing, show you clear diagnostic techniques, and provide a simplified overview of the DIY replacement process to get your ride smooth again. So, what exactly is a wheel bearing? Simply put, it's a set of steel balls or rollers held together by a metal ring, located inside your car's wheel hub. Its crucial job is to allow your wheel to spin freely with minimal friction, supporting the weight of the vehicle and ensuring a smooth, stable ride. When these bearings start to wear out, they lose their ability to operate smoothly, leading to the telltale noises and issues we're about to discuss. The most common sign of a failing wheel bearing is a distinct humming, growling, or roaring noise that changes with your vehicle's speed. You might notice it gets louder as you accelerate and possibly quieter when you slow down. This sound often resembles an airplane taking off or the rumble of coarse tires on the road, but it's usually more pronounced and consistent. Pay close attention to whether the sound changes when you turn the steering wheel. Often, turning in one direction will make the noise louder or quieter depending on which bearing is failing. As the wheel bearing's condition deteriorates, those humming and growling sounds can evolve into more aggressive noises. You might start hearing a persistent roaring or even a grinding sound, especially at higher speeds. This grinding often indicates severe wear, where the internal components of the bearing are directly rubbing against each other. If you hear this, it's a clear sign that the bearing is on its last legs and requires immediate attention to prevent further damage or a potential wheel lockup. Beyond just sounds, a bad wheel bearing can also manifest through vibrations. You might feel a subtle or noticeable vibration through the steering wheel, the floorboard, or even the seats. These vibrations can become more pronounced when you're driving at certain speeds or when turning. It's important to differentiate this from tire imbalance or suspension issues, though sometimes a bad bearing can mimic those symptoms. Another key symptom, particularly for severely worn bearings, is excessive play in the wheel. While not always audible, this symptom points to a serious problem. To check for this, you'll need to safely jack up your vehicle. With the wheel off the ground, grip the wheel at the 12 and 6 o'clock positions, then try to rock it in and out. Any noticeable clunking or excessive movement indicates wear, not just in the wheel bearing, but potentially in other steering or suspension components as well. Modern vehicles have sophisticated sensor systems, and a failing wheel bearing can sometimes interfere with these. If your car is equipped with an anti-lock braking system, or ABS, and traction control, a failing wheel bearing, especially one with an integrated ABS sensor, can trigger warning lights on your dashboard. This happens because the worn bearing can cause erratic readings from the speed sensor, confusing the car's computer system and leading to diagnostic trouble codes. Now, let's talk about diagnosing the exact location of the problem. A simple yet effective diagnostic technique is the swerve test, which should only be performed on a safe, empty road at moderate speeds. Gently swerve the vehicle left and right. When you turn, the vehicle's weight shifts, placing more load on the outer wheels. If the noise gets louder when you swerve right, for example, it often indicates a problem with the left side wheel bearing. Conversely, if it gets louder when swerving left, the right side bearing might be the culprit. For a more precise diagnosis, you'll need to get the car safely off the ground. Using a sturdy jack and jack stands, lift the suspected corner of the vehicle. With the wheel freely suspended, manually spin the wheel as fast as you can while listening closely for any grinding, humming, or rough sounds. You can also carefully place a hand on the coil spring. If you feel vibrations or roughness through the spring while the wheel is spinning, it's a strong indicator of a bad bearing on that wheel. Before you even think about tackling a DIY replacement, let's talk about safety. This is absolutely critical. Always use proper jack stands on a level surface. Never rely solely on a hydraulic jack. Ensure the vehicle is in park with the parking brake engaged and consider chocking the wheels that remain on the ground. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, including safety glasses and gloves. If you're not comfortable or lack the right tools, it's always best to consult a professional mechanic. If you decide to proceed with a DIY replacement, gather your tools first. You'll typically need a jack and jack stands, a lug wrench, a set of sockets and wrenches, a breaker bar, a torque wrench, a pry bar, a hammer, and possibly a bearing press kit or a hub puller, depending on your vehicle's design. You'll also need your new wheel bearing assembly. Having everything ready beforehand makes the process much smoother. The basic steps for replacing a wheel bearing generally involve removing the wheel, followed by the brake caliper and rotor. Once these are off, you'll gain access to the hub and the wheel bearing assembly. Depending on your car, the bearing might be part of a bolt-on hub assembly, which is relatively straightforward to unbolt and replace, or it might be a press-in bearing, which requires specialized tools to press the old bearing out and the new one in. After installing the new bearing, you'll reassemble the brakes and wheel, ensuring all bolts are tightened to factory specifications. While the concept sounds simple, the actual replacement can present challenges. Rust and corrosion can make bolts incredibly stubborn, sometimes requiring penetrating oil and patience, or even heat. Front-wheel drive vehicles often involve removing the axle nut and pushing the axle shaft out of the hub. Always use a torque wrench to tighten bolts, especially the axle nut and caliper bolts, to the manufacturer's specified values to ensure safety and proper function. Never over-tighten or under-tighten these critical components. Diagnosing and replacing a bad wheel bearing might seem daunting, but with the right knowledge, diagnostic techniques, and a focus on safety, it's a manageable DIY project for many. Addressing that suspicious noise promptly will not only restore the smooth, quiet ride you expect but also prevent more significant mechanical failures and ensure your continued safety on the road. Drive safely and listen to your car, it often tells you exactly what it needs.